Hey everyone, let's get right into my continuation of 2024 garden plans. This will be part 3, and we're going to talk about the bottom retaining wall and on either side of it what I plan to do and carry on doing from 2023 into 2024. So come garden with me and let's look at my garden plans 2024 part 3. This is one of the first hardscaping projects we did on our property 6 months after we moved in. It is a 60, believe it's a 60-foot long retaining wall boulder, so it's very natural looking, not really formal. I think I can probably dig up a picture of what it looked like originally. Now we extended the berm that way where you can see the oak leaf hydrangea and the 4 miscanthus grasses. The little area in front of the wall here, done in 2018. We have changed, I would say, quite a bit over the last few years. The planting on top of the wall, adding things in, taking things out. I'm sure you saw from one of my videos over the summer a little bit of the change that we already did. So there were 3 maroon barberries here, where we now have 3 lime ricky hydrangeas. There were a mix of sneezeweed and prairie dropseed here, where we now have the penniseed and lemon squeeze. In previous years, we have been pulling out this liriope, was part of the original landscaping, because it is just way too invasive. So we'll get rid of this patch. We already moved some perennials from here, mostly stackies, and there was originally lavender up here and catmint, most of which was planted by the original landscaper. So it has already undergone quite a transformation. My thought for the top of the retaining wall bed here is for it to be more cohesive, fewer kinds of plants, but planted en masse, so to speak. And I'll show you what I want to do, which plants I want to put up here when we're inside. And on this side of the retaining wall, there is Caradonna salvia and Bettany, the Stachy's Homelo. We have some beautiful creeping thyme. I believe that was planted by the original landscaper. And we have golden barberry and some more of the liriope, and that was the extent of the retaining wall bed. The shrubs that you see beyond it were shrubs that we added after we extended the bed here in 2018. Okay, so let's finish up talking about what I actually want to do here once we get rid of everything else, including the liriope and the rest of these cone flowers. So as you can see, we have quite a bit of space here between the end of the lemon squeeze pennisetum. Now these will get about 42 by 42 inches, so I need to leave some space here. I think they might even need to be respaced, but I need to leave plenty of space here for them to grow. But I still feel like even if we respace the lemon squeeze pennisetum out by, say, a foot, I feel like that will still bring us over to this bunch of liriope, which is going to be removed. And we will have room here for 2, I think even maybe 3 of one of the Miss series of butterfly bushes. Okay, so here's a shot of what is the Miss Molly butterfly bush. And I put up a picture of the lemon squeeze pennisetum so you can see the 2 of them together. And I just think the really bright magenta flower of the Miss Molly butterfly bush would look so pretty against the chartreuse of the lemon squeeze pennisetum. And the butterfly bush is a 5x5. So I definitely feel like we have enough room there for the butterfly bush, 2, maybe 3 of them. That's what the flower head looks like. I know it's tough to look on a screen and see what it's actually going to look like. Probably closer to this. I just think they pair really, really well together. There are other Miss butterfly bushes. There's a Miss Ruby and a Miss Violet, and originally I thought I wanted the Miss Violet, but I don't think the Miss Violet or even the Miss Ruby, which you would think would be more red, would look right against this, because the Miss Ruby actually to me looks more purple. I have seen all of these in person at the nursery that I worked at, and that is how I came to determine that the Miss Molly is actually the most magenta of the Miss Series butterfly bushes, even more so than the one that's called Miss Ruby. To me, it's just more purple, and it would look okay. I just think that the Miss Molly is a lot more magenta, and it even says that in the description. So this is the Miss, what is this? This is the Miss Ruby Brilliant Rich Pink Summer Blooms. So let's go back to the Miss Molly. Enjoy the reddest color of any. Now, it's not red, but it is intensely colored blooms. Yeah, so I just think that's going to look the best. And they are non-invasive for anyone who is concerned about that. I am. I have seen firsthand how butterfly bushes can just spread all over the place in my yard, and then you're pulling them up. I don't want that problem. So this is a great sterile variety if that's something that you're concerned about. So like I said, I think we have enough room. Maybe 10 feet of room here, and they get 5 feet wide with age. So 2, I still feel like we can fit 3. We keep this mop cypress pretty well pruned up. So then down here, like I said, we have the Caradonna salvia and the stackies, and this bed is only about 6 feet between the other mop cypress and the gold barberry. And I think what I want to put here, originally my thought was leave the stackies and just put 2 Invincible Lace hydrangeas. I don't know that we can actually leave the stackies in here because like I said, this bed, it's even a little bit narrower, I think. But I think I've even changed my mind on the type of hydrangea. I just came across one called Pinky Pollen Ring, which is also a hydrangea arborescence with lace cap flowers. I don't know, there's something about that. I'm not really a pink person, but it's just such a unique looking color of pink for a lace cap native hydrangea. I think that's what I want to put here. So I'll show you a picture of one of those, and I'll also show you a picture of the Invincible Lace too, because I haven't made a final decision on what I want to put here. Here is the Pinky Pollen Ring Hydrangea Arborescens. It's very hard to find because I think it's a new variety to the market, at least newish, so I can't really find too much information on it. I think this is the best picture I could find. Pale blooms. Some of the florets here are a little bit deeper. And I think that it's, let's see, I think it's still a 5x5. Yeah, 5x5. So perfect for that location. And again, I'm going to show you, if we decide to keep the stackies there, what it's going to look like. I think that will look really pretty together. The flower of the hydrangea against the flower of the stackies. Pretty combination. Whereas if I chose to go with the Invincible Lace, which looks very similar to the Pink Pollen Ring, it's just that it's lavender. I feel like the two colors of the stackies and the Invincible Lace next to each other would clash. Let me know what you think. There's the Invincible Lace. It is a very pale purple. I do have one of these in another location in the garden. It is definitely a pale purple. I don't think that would look right against the stackies. So that's why I feel like if I can find the Pinky Pollen Ring, that's the way to go. I just think that's a beautiful lace cap native hydrangea. Beautiful to me. And they are available. I am on White Flower Farm, if you are familiar with that website. So I believe the Pinky Pollen Ring and the Invincible Lace are both kind of like a 5x5. So Maybe if we offset them, we can fit 3 here. But if we want to leave the stackies, I feel like we can only put 2. And even if we put 2, the stackies I feel like will be eventually shaded out. Although I have found that they do perform quite well in shady circumstances. But yeah, not sure. If we do have to move the stackies, we've got plenty of places where I think there's 5 or 6 of them in here. A bunch of those would look really pretty in one of our other beds. So let me know what you think. That's my garden plans for part 3 for the bottom retaining wall. Thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know what you think in the comments. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.